Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. Today we are diving deep into the world of drugstore makeup versus high-end makeup. If you are tired of spending hundreds of dollars on high-end makeup, this video is for you. We're going to compare each product side by side and show you why drugstore makeup can be just as good, if not better, than some of your absolute favorite high-end products. We are literally diving deep into eyeshadow palettes. We have a little bit of skincare, so we're gonna do a little bit of everything. So buckle up, grab your purses, grab your cafecito. I'm actually drinking mine today, so cheers, and let's jump right into today's video. And I love high-end makeup. I love splurging every now and then, but I also love to save money, because if I can save money in these areas, then maybe I can, treat myself to an extra little coffee or two during the week. I don't know. But if you're also looking for affordable scents, let me put you on Dossier. So these are two of my favorite scents out of my entire collection. Citrus Green Apple. Oh my gosh, this one is a must. It is the perfect scent for all year round. If you like that out of the shower feel, this is the scent for you. This is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue, which retails for $92. And this one right now is $29. Another one of my favorites is Musky Green Tea. This one is inspired by Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Oh my gosh, this one is the perfect scent for the spring and summer, because again, it's fresh, it's clean, it almost makes you feel refreshed and alive. If you want to talk about savings, the Creed retails for $345. This one retails for $39. So y'all, we need to stop spending on so much. Y'all, we need to stop spending all this money on these high-end perfumes and high-end makeup, because Dossier has you covered. They are literally 70 to 90% less than your luxury perfumes for the same quality, okay? So if you guys are looking for your next scent, I will have these in the description box alongside other of my favorites and the Dossier website, because they have so many. No joke, you're literally going to want them all. So with that said, let's jump right into the skin, because today we are putting two products side by side. Okay, on my right side, I'm going to do all high-end makeup, and then on my left side, I'm going to do all drugstore makeup, okay? And I don't have necessarily luxury makeup. I just have high-end makeup. I personally don't really care for like luxury, like Dior. I have one Chanel product, but that is about it. So I'm gonna start off with my high-end product, which is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dew Drops. Now this is a product that I personally use. I don't use it as often because it is an illuminating product. It can make me just a little bit greasy. I really have to be super mindful with the products that I use, because not everything works out for my skin type. But this is one of those products that I can use and reach for pretty often, because it is so lightweight. It gives you that really beautiful glowy dewy finish without being too heavy. But of course, e.l.f. just dropped a dupe. So this is the Holy Hydration Thirst Burst drops. These are dewy and brightening, and these contain 1% hydrating hibiscus complex and 5% niacinamide. So this one also contains niacinamide. This one has niacinamide. Now, as far as price wise, this is $35 and this is only $12. So I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm only going to do one pump. The one thing I can tell you is the color is a bit different. This is a deeper pink, almost like an acrylic pink, versus this is more of a sheer pink. But at the end, that doesn't really matter, because once you apply it on your skin, you don't see the color. And there you have it. Left side, we have e.l.f. Thirst Burst Drops. Nice and dewy. As you can see, my skin is just radiant. And then on my right side, we have Miss Glow Recipe. I almost feel like this side is a little dewier than this side. Mind you, this has already dried down, and this is just drying down. But even with a full dry down, I feel like e.l.f. is going to win this round. Not only for the price, the ingredients, but for how beautiful it looks. I'm going to go with e.l.f. What do you guys think? Which one wins this round? Next up is the primer. We are going to end with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. This one retails for $29. Now, this one claims to be a silicone-free smoothing primer that instantly erases, not erase, I guess, yes, it does erase the appearance of pores, fine lines, and it's supposed to create a filter-like look on your face. But for right around $7, it's about $6 and like 49 cents, the Wet n Wild Impossible Base Primer without silicone will do pretty much the same thing. It mattifies, it hydrates, and it blurs the pores. It has a very similar consistency once you apply it on the skin. It really blurs out the look of pores. It's not heavy, it's not sticky, it's just like literally the perfect consistency, okay? I know you can't see it much because I'm a little bit further away from my camera, but here you have it, the Wet n Wild Impossible Base Primer versus Huda Beauty Easy Blur. Honestly, I don't see the difference. The only difference I see is the price tag, okay? What do you guys think? For my foundation, I have one that I don't think I show on camera, but it's one of like my low-key favorites, the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. And for my drugstore side, we're comparing it to the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This one is a whopping $52 compared to the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This one retails for pretty much $14, $13.99. So $52, $14, a huge difference. They both pretty much have the same claims. So this one claims to be lightweight, breathable, and a long wearing foundation. This one as well says breathable, medium, buildable foundation. I'm going to start off with one pump on my NARS foundation. By the way, I am in the shade Barcelona if you guys are interested. As you can see, this immediately blends into the skin. It's going to look like one with your skin. Super lightweight, not heavy. So there you have it. I did pretty much 2 pumps to cover half of my face just because I like to go over a few areas. But this foundation seriously feels like you have nothing on your skin. Very light, very pretty. It does have a natural glow to it. My shade in this one is 485. And I'm going to go in with a different brush. I'm going to go ahead and pack it in. This one's going to be slightly maybe a little darker than the NARS. There you have it. So here we have L'Oreal and here we have NARS. The only big difference that I'm seeing is that this has a lot more glow to it than this side. For me, as an oily skin girl, I will probably choose this side just because I know I'm not going to be a grease ball by the end of the day. But both literally feel the exact same, super light, medium to buildable full coverage, and they look so fresh on the skin. For concealer, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Wear Even Long Wear Concealer in the shade 260 Neutral. This concealer got so much hype when it first launched, and then I feel like I really don't hear a lot of people talking about it. But it's one of my go-to concealers whenever I feel like my skin is just a little dry, especially my under eye. And then for my drugstore side, we're going with the Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. This is also a hydrating concealer. They both have the same claims where they have that comfortable feeling, high coverage concealer with moisturizing Hydro Boost Complex. This one is in the shade 32 Neutral Biscuit. Now, I'm a girly that loves her brush to blend out the concealer because it'll just stay a lot thicker. It'll give you that coverage that you want. So I'm going in with a brush, but totally use a sponge if that's what you prefer. They both blend so similar, which is why I was like, let me find out if these are similar to each other. Can these be duped? And in my book, I feel like they totally can be duped if you can find the perfect shade for you. Yes, take the Catrice and run with it, okay? For my blush, I'm taking the Rhode Pocket Blush in Spicy Marge. This one retails for $24. As you can see, the packaging, I think, personally is really cute. I know some people either hate it or love it, but I personally think it's a really cool, cute little packaging. This one retails for $24, and I'm comparing it to the e.l.f. Camel Liquid Blush in the shade Coral Crush. Now, this is a little It's more liquidy versus the other one is more balmy, but the colors are so similar. As you can see, this is like maybe a tad bit more orange, but they both blend out and look the same once you blend them out. I'm gonna blend this out really quick. So this is gonna be a little thicker in consistency because it is a balm. So it's going to be not harder to blend, but it's not going to blend as easy as the e.l.f. Camel blushes because these are completely liquid. And then on this side, I'm taking a clean brush and going in and blending that out. The e.l.f. blushes are extremely pigmented, so you don't even need that much. But I applied, I think, a little much. And there you have it, both of them blended out. Once they're on the skin, they look exactly the same. I don't see the difference, and for the price point, I'm definitely going to go with e.l.f. For my bronzer, on my high-end side, I'm taking the Say Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in the shade Medium Bronze. This is probably one of my all-time favorites, like high-end bronzers. I don't know, there's something about how melty and creamy and how nice it looks on the skin. This one comes in at a whopping $32, which is quite crazy if you ask me for a bronzer. Like, ma'am. So for that, I'm comparing it to the Milani Spilling Tea Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer. The shades are also very extremely similar. This one is $12. This one honestly performs just the same, if not I don't know if I'm going to say better because I genuinely love this product so much, but if you are wanting a nice cream bronzer that is going to give you that really pretty sun-kissed look, definitely go for the Milani because for $12 you cannot go wrong. I can't choose one, you guys. Choose one for me. For setting powder, this is actually going to be my first time trying this, but I've seen so many people saying that the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop pressed powder is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to try this because I love the Charlotte Tilbury. Like literally, I've hit pan. Look at that. I've hit pan and I refuse to buy another one because they're so expensive. See if the NYX compares. Now, I got mine yesterday and I got in the shade medium because this one is in the shade medium as well. So I'm going to start out by blending out my concealer. I'm going to tap it out. Make sure there are no wrinkles. On my right side, we're taking Miss Charlotte Tilbury. And then on my left side, we're taking NYX. I think this one might be a little lighter. Oh, oh, all right, hold up. Hold the phone. I am shook. Tell me why this even looks a little more crepey. That maybe I applied a little too much, but oh my gosh. NYX wins. Like, what in the actual world? Also, the color on this is a little deeper and this is like a little more brightening. And this looks a little like dried out, like maybe I used too much or the powder is just not meant for the under eyes. But the next one looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's taken me this long to compare it. This is $48 and this is right under 10. It's like $9 and something cents, depends on where you buy it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. For my blush, on my right side, we're doing the Rare Beauty Joy Powder Blush. These are absolutely beautiful because they do give that really pretty luminous finish, almost like a highlighter. So I'm going to use it as that because I don't have a highlight to share with you guys. I feel like highlighters is one of those things that like the drugstore doesn't really come out with. It could just be me, but I haven't seen a good highlighter in years. Then on this side, I'm doing the Pretty Peach blush from Essence, which is also a baked blush. And it gives a very similar finish to the cheeks where it gives you that like highlighty finish. The only difference is that this is like a tiny bit lighter. But the fact that they both give that beautiful coral luminous from within finish does it for me. Lastly, we're finishing off today's dupes with some eyeshadow palettes. I was going through my makeup, and again, it's been a while since I've bought or spent any money on like eyeshadow palettes besides like drugstore. I think the last high-end purchased was maybe the Makeup by Mario, and that was like last year, so it's been a while. There's just, I don't know, like I'm not really into eyeshadow palettes, so I wanted to see if I can dupe the Kylie Cosmetics, what is this, the I don't know what it is, but it is this specific palette, which is one of my favorites, to be honest. It's really pretty. It has warms. It has a little bit of like not glitter, but like really pretty pressed powders in there. And I was going through my makeup. I was like, well, these look pretty similar to each other. Not identical, but we're going to put them side by side and see if we can get a look. Starting off with the Kylie palette, I'm taking the shade Vanilla, which you already know if you've been watching me. This goes underneath the brow bone. Yes, ma'am. For the sake of the video, I am going to just clean off my brushes and reuse it the same because I'm not trying to get 1,000 brushes dirty. And for the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette, I'm going in with this vanilla shade. Honestly, this one is giving a lot more pigment. It does have a little bit more flyaway, but the pigment is there, so not too bad. From the Kylie palette, I'm taking the shade called Tell Me More, which is a little like taupey, and I'm going to use that in my crease. I've actually never used this specific shade, and it's really pretty. And again, just cleaning it off. And from the Always Naked palette, I'm taking this shade. This one doesn't have any names, but it's very similar to that taupey shade that we just used. Oh my gosh, that is crazy how similar they are. This one does take a little bit more to build up, but I don't mind that because for the price. The Kylie side, I'm taking Mocha Latte, which is a nice like teddy bear brown. It's this one right here. I'm going to take that right here. I'm cleaning off that brush once again. I'm going to use my little Veramona color switch because that'll remove any eyeshadow and I can use it as pretty much clean. And for the Wet n Wild side, I'm going to use this one right here, which is very, very similar. If you guys can see right next to each other. The Kylie one is maybe a tad bit deeper, but again, just layering these colors will give you the same effect. I mean, honestly, so far I cannot tell a difference. If anything, this side looks maybe a tad bit like more warm tone, but that's about it. I'm going to go back into this vanilla shade and back into this vanilla shade, and I'm going to lay that down all over the lid. Taking the Kylie. Then Wet n Wild. Look at the pigment, you guys. Oh my gosh. I think I love the pigment in the Wet n Wild a tad bit more. Again, it is a little more like powdery in a way, but the difference is crazy. From the Kylie palette, I'm going in with this shade. It is called Bronzed Up, and it's a really pretty, like an antique bronzy shade. And I'm just going to lay it down right here. From the Wet n Wild palette, I'm going in with this shade. I think that's the one that's going to be the closest to it. Yeah. That is the shade from Wet n Wild. It's not quite as dark. And I honestly prefer this color so much more than the Kylie palette. And to finish off the look, I'm taking the shade Brunette from the Kylie palette, and I'm going to stamp that as an eyeliner. And on the Wet n Wild side, I'm using this deep shade, which again, they are extremely similar. I finished my makeup off camera. This is the final look. What do you guys think? I did not add a lippy just because I didn't have any specific products that I wanted to do, but the eyes, my goodness, I cannot believe how similar they are. It's like the tiniest bit of a difference, but you could not tell. The skin looks good. It looks nice and clean. It looks soft. It looks luminous because of the blush. The bronzer looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, I am just so impressed with today's dupes. What was the one standout product for you guys that you're like, wow, I definitely need to pick up the drugstore version because it was just that good? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section and down below. Also, don't forget to check out Dossier because they still have great sales for the rest of the year. And because I am done, I'm just going to spritz myself with my favorite citrus green apple. I will have the links of these specific perfumes and just to their website so you can check them out and see what dupes you can find. So with that said, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. Stay safe and I will see you guys in my next video.